Okay guys, I am hoping so much that this is working. Let me do a couple quick kind of look in here. It says it's getting ready to start. Okay, do a couple quick kind of look in here. It says it's getting ready to start. Okay, cool. I think we're on! Yay! I have tried for the past 3 hours to get this to work, so I'm super excited that it's actually working. So this is going to kind of replace our Thursday Night Live. I hated that I had to cancel Thursday Night Live tonight. There's just so much info that I really want to go over with you guys. And I really just didn't want anybody to miss it. There's a glare and it is driving me nuts. I guess it's probably the computer screen. So anyway, okay, so what I wanted to start off with is I kind of just wanted to start off with like some important dates to remember, because we have a lot of stuff going on for the month of December. So if you guys could just like get out your calendars and then maybe like take a whole lot of notes today, because like I said, we're going to go over a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so I'll start with calendar events that we have going on for the month of December. Okay, so we have next Saturday, December the 10th. That is our Perfect Girls Night Out. And if you finished any level of the Perfect, or if you are a new consultant for the month of December, or for the month of November, then you're invited to attend that, and that will be at the Festival of Lights, and we're going to meet, I think, around 6 o'clock p.m. So write that in your calendar. Then we have the Notorious Choices Awards. That's on Thursday, December the 15th. That will replace our Thursday Night Live. And just a friendly reminder, guys, to make sure that you're printing out your chances slips and having those completely filled out and turned in and like ready to go whenever you get there. Joni's not very happy if we don't have them filled out when we get there, so let's make sure we do that. And that is at the Radisson at 6:30 p.m. Then on Thursday, December 22nd, we have our Christmas party, and that's also going to replace Thursday Night Live. I kind of have some like fun things underway. Have kind of still thinking about what we're going to do, but we're going to do our Christmas party on Thursday, December 22nd. And then the following Thursday, December 29th, is going to be our car prize pickup party, and that will also replace Thursday Night Live. So also somewhere in there, I need to talk to Christina since we have like meetings at her house, and then I also was kind of thinking about talking to Katie, seeing if we could combine our guest event with Katie and do it at the studio. I want to do like an ugly slip sweater Christmas guest event, so hopefully we'll be able to figure something out with that. So that's a little bit about some of the events that we have going on. Okay, let's see. All right, so now I want to move on to the stuff that I really want to talk about. And the reason that I called for like a priority meeting, there's a couple different reasons. The number one reason is because we're going into the month of December. And the month of December, Christmas time, can either be like your worst month or your best month. And I don't want to see any consultants leaving the month of December thinking like, wow, I made no extra money for my family for Christmas. And so it's really crucial, like the first day of the month, to just get your head just totally in the game. So that's like the number one reason that I called for like this priority meeting. But then another reason that I called for it is just because I've just been seeing just kind of some I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, just like non-movement in our unit. I've been noticing that I'm getting a lot of the same questions like over and over again, and then a lot of like the same kind of discouragements, and just a lot of people really seem to be in the same boat. I checked our numbers from the last couple months, and our numbers are drastically decreasing. We have a lot less people finishing the Perfect program. We have a lot less wholesale going into the computer. I was really fearful that we weren't going to hit production this month, and that's just, it's something that I don't want us to have to worry about as a unit. I think you guys know me as a director. I like to have a lot of fun, and I like to not really just have, I just, you know, I just like to not have to worry about stuff, and I know that you guys are totally that way too. And the whole point of being a consultant is to be making money. And so what I really want to go over with you guys today is things that are a priority that we have to be doing to assure ourselves that we are making money as consultants. Because, I mean, that's why you join, right? We stay a lot of the times for the friendships and just, there's all kinds of reasons that we stay. But you have to be making money to really be successful in this company. So, with that being said, there are going to be a lot of changes. We're going to be doing a lot of new stuff. And I want to take the blame for a lot of like the stale, just like non-movement, nobody taking promotions. I want to take some blame for that. So what I really want to focus on is I want to talk about me first, what I commit to doing, and then I want to talk about you guys and some things that I'm going to go over with you guys. And then I want to talk about new consultants is something that we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to go over some crucial info, some tracking info, some goals, some new promotions that we have going on. But I want to let you guys know that, there might be some points in time when I'm talking today that you're going to think, oh my gosh, she's totally talking about me. And I just want to let you know that I'm not talking about anybody in specific, because a lot of you guys are going through like the same issues and have the same repetitive behavior that's really not, that's really not, I don't know if maybe there are some things that just aren't clicking. And I know that especially since we have so many new consultants, there's a lot of info and it's overwhelming. And I totally remember that. I totally know that's true. So I really just wanted to like lay some stuff out for you guys. So I want to start with me. I want to start with, you guys may not know this, but over the past couple of months as a new director, I have been totally just like, what the heck is going on? Like, there's just so much new, working my own personal business, trying to lead a unit. I've just gotten really just totally off track completely and fully. And so I decided to get back on track, that I'm going to set up some new systems. And one thing that I really want to do is I really want to start recognizing you guys more and giving you like, a lot of you are really high eyes and you just get really pumped with like fun promotions. So I'm going to start committing to doing that more, and we're going to go over some of that today. And then also I am going to commit to working my personal business really hard. And so I have committed, and I don't even know how I'm going to do it because I only have 12 spots available on my date book for this month, but I'm going to commit to doing a book 20 so that I am out there working with you guys and not expecting you guys to do something that I would not do myself. So that's my commitment to you guys, to do a book 20 this month. And you guys have to hold me accountable to it. Now, I do want to let you know, with that being said, my Canva posters might decrease a little, and my personal connection. I'm so used to talking to every single one of you guys every single day. With me working my personal business a little bit more frequently, that might decrease a little bit, but I'm going to do my best to just kind of like prioritize. But I feel that the best way to show you guys that I am serious about stepping up our game for our unit is for me to be out there working. So I am going to make a goal to whichever one of you guys has the best month. I'm going to try to beat it. So bring it on. Anyway, okay. So now I want to get into the packet. So if you have not went ahead and printed out this packet, go ahead and do so. I spent the day a couple days ago making up this packet for you guys because I've been noticing that I've been getting a lot of the same, when reaching out to you, I've been getting a lot of the same responses about things that are not working in your business. So you feel like you're not getting bookings, you feel like your parties are not holding, you feel like you're not selling a lot at your parties, and then I go through each of these things that we should be doing, and I'm finding out that a lot of you guys are not doing these things. And so I wanted to write down for you and really just get it on paper, everything that a successful party should hold. Everything that you should be doing at a successful party. And usually if I have a bad party and like either, it was just not a lot of people showed up or my sales were terrible, I can go back to this here and probably something was missing off of this list. So I'm just going to kind of go through this, and there's some pages we might skip around, but so the point is that I made this list for you, and then also in this packet I made some new promotions that we have going on, and then some tracking materials for you as well. And then also I get a lot of questions about like where you can find certain things, and I kind of get them like, we have a hard time finding the stuff on Katie's website, so I wanted to print stuff out for you guys to have on hand so that we wouldn't have lost them, because Katie's moved some stuff around on her website, and even I had a hard time finding some of this stuff, so I just wanted to have this on hand for you guys. Okay, so start with page 1. So if everybody wants to go ahead and get out page 1. So this page is everything that a successful party should have. So if you want your parties to be a success, you need to become a master at these things. So pre-profiling, coaching your hostesses, a strong iStory, the deserted island game, the purse game, deal or no deal game, set sheet closeouts, individual closeouts, and booking career surveys. And like I said, usually if something in my business is not working out, it's because I'm not doing this for every single appointment that I have held. And I kind of want to back up here for just a second, because there's something on here that I did not include. One thing that I did not include in here is actually getting the bookings on your date book. So I want to kind of remind you guys of something, especially because we have so many new consultants. I know we hate working on bubble sheets. Bubble sheets are not fun. So I want to remind you that when you start your business, you're supposed to start with 5 people in your life that are going to love you and help you no matter what. 5 people in your life. So usually it's like your mom, your sister, your aunt, your grandma, your best friend, just anyone like that. 5 people is what you're supposed to start with. And then when you hold your appointments with them, they bring a couple of people with them. And it might be people that it might be, it might not be. And then the goal is to get referrals from those people, and then also to play the deal or no deal game or whatever system you have to get bookings from bookings. That way, if you continue to do that in that pattern, you will never have to sit down and work on a bubble sheet again unless you're reaching out to your referrals. You'll never have to use Facebook again. And one thing that I've noticed is that even though we're supposed to start with these 5 people, which is how we were kind of taught to do it, and the way that Mary Kay Ash really wanted us to do it, a lot of times we don't start with those 5 people. And I'm one of those people, actually. Like, I've never done a party with my mom, my grandma, my sister, my best friend. Actually, I've never done a party with my best friend either. And I think that's because those are the people we're afraid of what they're going to think. But on the bottom of this page it says, is overcoming your fear of doing any of these things worth the extra money that is in your family's pocket at the end of the day? The choice is yours. So remember that these people love you and want to do anything to help you. And so starting with those 5 people are absolutely positively crucial. And if you guys want to go ahead and get a pen and paper and write down who those 5 people in your life would be, and I can almost promise you that you have not done a party with at least half of them. And it's not something that I'm like pinpointing on anybody. It's something we all do. Everyone does. Because a lot of times we're not afraid of what strangers think. But when it comes to like the immediate people that are close to us, we're just like so terrified that they're going to think our business is stupid and they're going to think we're dumb and they don't want to help us out. But I know personally, if my sister came to me and told me, hey, I just started selling Scentsy, will you throw a Scentsy party to me? It would really, really help me out. I really need to do this, ... This is my goal. There's no way I would say no to her. And I would invite all my friends too, just to help her out because I love her. And then you never know if my friends from there would be one of her next team members. Anyway, okay, so that's where you should be starting out with bookings. And then also I did want to tell you guys that we kind of got off track with the booking challenge, or not the booking, the creative booking thing that we were supposed to do every day last week on Boxer. So I'm going to be reaching out to you. Be looking out every Monday. We're going to have somebody new training on a new and a creative way to get a booking. Okay, so let's go through this list. Pre-profiling. You have to pre-profile every party if you want it to be a success. That's like probably the most important thing. Actually, I would say. I would put that as the most important thing. No matter if it is somebody who you know or who you don't know, turning that facial into a party is the difference of making $20 and the difference in making $200. So becoming a master at pre-profiling is like the very first crucial thing that you need to do for a party. And then coaching your hostesses is next. And actually the next page is it goes over a little bit more on what it means to coach your hostess. If you pre-profile and turn the facial into a party and then you don't talk to the girl again for another like 2 weeks, you can pretty much guarantee that it's probably not going to be a success. Okay, developing a strong eye story. If you don't have a strong eye story underway, I highly recommend really, like this is like everybody's first impression of Mary Kay is hearing your eye story. And if you want to jot this down, your eye story consists of your name and what you do outside of Mary Kay, why you got started, what almost held you back, and what you're the most excited about / what goal you're working on. It's important to cover all of those things because you want people to be able to relate to you. And the longer you're in the business, the better your eye story is going to get because you figure out how to kind of relate to your audience a little bit more. So I know that if I'm in front of a lot of S people, like people who are high S's, I need to talk a little bit more about my family and just the time that Mary Kay has created for me to have more freedom and flexibility so I can be home with my kids. I know if I'm in front of a lot of I's, I need to focus higher on the prizes and the recognition and the fun. And you never want to lie through your eye story. So whenever you're saying like something that might have held you back, there's lots of things that might have held me back, and I can talk a little bit more about those things, like depending on who I'm in front of. Like if I'm in front of a bunch of busy people, I can talk about how I was busy. If I'm in front of a bunch of moms, I can talk about I was busy and I didn't want to take any more time away from my kids. You never want to lie about a reason why you that would have held you back, but you do want to make sure that you're kind of trying to appeal to your audience because those could be some of your next future team members and they want to know that they can relate to you. Okay. Deserted island game, getting referrals, huge. Purse game, huge. Deal or no deal game, like the biggest thing. Getting bookings from bookings so you don't have to work on those bubble sheets. A set sheet closeout. Oh my gosh, guys, if you are not doing a set sheet closeout, please figure out how to do a set sheet closeout. Come to me, I will help you with that. Individual closeouts, getting strong individual closeouts, figuring out how to get career surveys from your individual closeouts, and then actually booking those career surveys. So those are all components that if you come to your director and you say, well, that was a dud, it was supposed to be a party, she told me she was going to invite 7 people, and it ended up just being her and her friend, I'm going to ask you, did you pre-profile her? Did you coach her? If you come to me with a party and you say that you got no career surveys, I'm going to ask, did you ask anybody to do career surveys? If you say that you got no bookings from bookings, I'm going to ask, did you play the deal or no deal game? And this is all stuff, guys. It's really not really just like my expectations out of you, because I think sometimes people think like, oh, Chelsea's so disappointed in me. Totally not true. I'm never disappointed in you guys, like ever. I just want to let you know that I want to see you making money. I want to see you successful because I know you guys are the happiest when you're out there and you're recruiting people and you're successful and you're booking and you're holding the parties, and I know that that's when you guys are the most proud and happy in your business. So these are all components that unless you're doing every single one of them, I personally cannot guarantee you that your parties will be a success. However, I can tell you that if you are doing all of these things, that your parties will be a success. You might have a bad one here and there, but it'll be like a rare form. So I'm going to read that bottom statement to you again. Is overcoming your fear of doing any of these things worth the extra money that is in your family's pocket at the end of the day? I know that it's terrifying to ask somebody to do a career survey, but just figuring out a low-key way to do it and just ask. I mean, you got to remember that think about what Mary Kay has done for your life, and think about just the friendships you've developed, or if you've made some extra money, or if you've recruited a team member who you feel like it's changed their life for the better. Can you imagine if it never would have came into your life, like what you would have given up? For me, I can tell you personally, if at the debut party that I attended, if no one played the Deal or No Deal game, if no one did an iStory, if no one played the purse game, and I had no idea about this career opportunity, I can tell you that I'm not sure how good my marriage would be today. I'm not sure how much confidence I would have today. I'm not sure how happy of a person that I would be today. I would not be going to church every Sunday. I would be offending people on the regular, losing friends. I would be out partying all the time. And these are all things that if someone did not share this with me, my life would be drastically different. And I would still be at a job that I absolutely hate, that was just affecting me in all aspects of my life. So whenever you're not doing all of this with people, you're actually, in some ways, being selfish, because you're not sharing what could completely and totally change their lives. If you're not sharing your iStory and how it changed your life, that might appeal to them. If you're not playing the purse game and showing all the different ways it can affect their life. If you are not booking a career survey with them, they might be too afraid to tell you that they want to do this. But if you let your director or someone else get on the phone with them, then, they would be required to give an answer, basically. So just remember that all of these are not only just for you, but it's for other women. And our goal in this company is to enrich women's lives. That's our number one goal. Okay, I think I talked enough about this first page. That's probably going to be the longest one I'm going to talk about. Okay, let's go ahead and flip to the second page. Okay, this is a party checklist. And a lot of people get confused when I say make sure you're coaching your hostesses. This is kind of what it looks like to coach a hostess. So I am committing to starting to do something a little bit differently. I have told you guys in the past that I've never been really good at getting a guest list. I want to stop doing that because I want you guys to get a guest list, because I've seen other directors and consultants and how much it's affected them and made life so much easier. So whenever you're pre-profiling them, you've got them on the phone, and they said that there's no reason why they wouldn't want to invite a couple friends. I'm like, okay, awesome. Well, I have this really cool text invitation. And if you give me 15 of your friends' names and numbers to send it out to, and you can do 10, 15, whatever, then I'll actually include another free gift for you. So what do you think about that? And then you just pause and you wait. And if you're afraid to say it over the phone, if you absolutely just cannot get over that, you can text her that too. So that's where I have the guest list here. And actually, if you guys want to write this down, I think it is RED, R-E-D, Stamp, S-T-A-M-P. That's the app where you can make little text invitations. Basically, you make the invitation, and then you can just go in and edit it for each person. So you have your hostess name and your phone number up here, and then you have your guest list with phone numbers. So that's that. That's something new that I'm going to be coaching for everybody to do, is to be obtaining a guest list so you know for sure how many people are coming. And then another thing for that too is when you hear responses from people and when you follow up with them, you can make little goodie bags and have those goodie bags waiting. And actually you can put their names on them, and you can actually take a picture of it and send it to them. And I really like that, because then if they have a goodie, for me, if there was a goodie bag and I knew it was waiting for me with my name on it, I'd feel really crappy about not coming. So, okay, so here is your checklist. First thing, getting official dates set. Don't let anybody tell you that that they'll let you know. You get an official date on the date book. You pre-profiled your hostess. You sent her your hostess packet. You can either send her that in the mail, or you could have some kind of text script or something ready with your hostess packet in it. Hostess packet, mine, I have my hostess flyer. I have a little bit about the business opportunity. I have some outside sales slips, and then I have my business card. That's what I have. If you can come up with some kind of packet and have that ready for a texting script, you can do that. That's totally up to you. Or you can send it to them in the mail. I've done both. The guest list received. The guests pre-profiled, that's something you can do. Get all the guests on the phone, pre-profile them as well. Let them know how important it is for them to be there. Let them know that you have the reason is because you have a goodie bag for them waiting and you don't want them to miss out on that goodie bag. and just kind of letting them, like, here, so they kind of know you beforehand. Okay. So then you got the goodie bags created. Okay, and then you have a hostess first, second, and third follow-up. So you should be talking to your hostess at least 3 times before the actual date. Unless it's just only like a week out, then it might just be like 1 or 2 times. But if it is a month out, it should be even more than 3 times. Like, you should be following up with her about 2 times a week. And then a 24-hour confirmation, texting her, reminding her if she, that way that you're not the day of, like, getting ready, and then she texts you and says that something came up, get a 24-hour confirmation. Okay, so that's pre-party. And then the day of the party, you text the host and you remind her, you just kind of maybe just get like a general feel of how many people that she's thinking for sure are going to be there, and then go ahead and text all of her guests as well, confirm with them, and then get your bag packed, ready to go. Okay. This is all really important. Coaching your hostess is so important, guys. If you pre-profile and don't coach your hostess, you might as well just take some $20 bills and just like light them on fire and just like throw them away, because pre-profiling without coaching is it's almost guaranteed your party's not going to be a success. There's rare forms sometimes that that your parties will be a success if you don't coach your hostesses, but just to be guaranteed, to be sure, going through this is really important. And actually, what I was going to tell you guys is that you can take this second page and you can copy it and make a copy for each party that you have booked. You can fill this out for your hostesses and kind of go down your checklist. Okay, and then for page 3, this is really just because I love you guys. I made a party supply checklist that you should have all of these things all of these things at your party. Okay, let me see if there's anything that would be confusing. I don't think so. I think it's pretty, like, self-explanatory. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. Okay, party supply checklist. Okay, so we're going to move on to page 4. Before I move on to this, I want to let you guys know that at one Thursday Night Live this month, I'm not going to tell you what it is, or which one it is, but at one Thursday Night Live this month, I am going to put these things into a hat, and you're going to have to draw. And okay, so basically you're going to have to draw out of the hat, and whatever you draw, you have to come up to the front in front of everyone, and you have to present this like you were at a party. So in the hat, it'll be pre-profiling. So I'll sit in the front with you, and you have to pre-profile me like we're over the phone. An I story, you'll have to either come up and give your I story, like a strong I story. Playing the Deserted Island game, the purse game, the Deal or No Deal game, a set sheet closeout with an individual closeout, and obtaining a career survey. So everything that's on this front page, I hope you're a master at it, because I'm going to make you guys show us kind of how you do it. And not only that, that'll like really like, we'll learn from each other, and we can kind of just like, maybe somebody does something a little bit different, we can kind of take a little bit from here, a little bit from there. So, not going to tell you which one it is, but we will be doing that. And another thing that we will be doing, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. One Thursday Night Live this month, I think, I'm not sure which one it is, but we're going to be doing it. We're going to be making a dream book. And a dream book is how you share the business opportunity with someone, not at a facial or a party, or a facial or at a double facial, because you can't really play the purse game at like a facial or a double facial. It's just kind of awkward, but you still want to share the business opportunity with them. So your dream book is where that would come in play. So I'm going to train a little bit more on that the week that we are going to put them together. And then we will spend our Thursday Night Live putting together a dream book. So wanted to let you guys know that is another thing. Okay, so yeah, now we are on, okay. Page 4, I think I've kind of got this out of, no I don't, I think I got it. Okay, yeah. This is Leah's This Is How We Roll, and this is for the Laughlin National area. And sometimes I think it's important to just kind of go through these things and just kind of remind yourself who we are and what we stand for and why we stand for it. And I know, especially with our group being so tight-knit, that it's really easy to just getting kind of caught up, just feeling like we're different, we can kind of do things a different way. And I'm totally okay with our unit being different, but I do want to kind of remind you, and this is for me too, personally, that there are still really like just like setting standards, setting the bar, raising the bar, just like guidelines that we should be doing, not only to represent ourselves, but represent our unit, our national area, Mary Kay Ash, and really the highest, represent God, because that's what our company stands for. And so we really need to be having these expectations for ourselves, and really not just in everyday Mary Kay life. It really should just be in general, altogether, some of these things. But at least in our unit, I really want us to get back to the kitchen, or just back to these standards and guidelines. So I'm going to go through some of these, and I'm not pointing anybody out in specific. A lot of this stuff I really need to work on personally as well. So I just want to remind you guys some of this stuff. So we're just going to go through here. The best dressed person in the room is the most respected person in the room. And so Mary Kay attires a professional skirt or dress. Even though corporate America has relaxed into pantsuits, we continue to bare our legs and strut our stuff because it's professional and feminine, and it's a standard that Mary Kay Ash set when she started this company. You will feel your best and act your best when you're looking your best, and it sets you apart from the crowd. Everyone will take you more seriously as a beauty consultant and a business owner when you have a professional skirt or dress on. You will turn heads in the grocery store. You will feel confident approaching a sharp woman, and her husband will look forward to your husband will look forward to you getting home. The attire is a standard we have in our company and in our unit. It's just how we roll. So I do want to remind you guys that a professional skirt or dress at all company events, all of our weekly meetings, unless, like when we did the pace setters, that was a little more relaxed. And all of your appointments, professional skirt or dress. And it's just how we roll. Okay, give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Marilyn Monroe. Oh, I didn't know she said that. Anyway, here are some other tips on attire. Along with a skirt or dress, you'll also feel your best when your makeup is on and your hair is done. Remember, we're in the beauty industry and we sell makeup. As a rule of thumb, you'll want to wear tights or leggings in the winter. Let's keep the cleavage and thighs to a minimum. Jewelry and tasteful accessories complete every outfit. Heels make your legs look longer and more sexy. When we look our best, it gives us confidence, allows us to focus on others instead of ourselves. That's just how we roll. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Although it applies in other areas of life, there's no such thing as fashionably late in Mary Kay. Punctuality is the soul of the business. Definition on time is 15 minutes early. When you're on time, you avoid a lot of stress. It's hard to be present in the moment and focus on others when you're flustered from being late. Arrive at every meeting at least 15 minutes early. At larger events, at least 30 minutes early. You get better seats when you're on time, and winners sit in the front. It's just how we roll. Okay. I love hearing my audience breathe. Let's see. Okay, I'll let you guys read through that because I don't really want to read through everything. Okay, this is a big one actually. Never will I scratch for excuses to gossip. When I am tempted to criticize, I will bite my own tongue. We have a zero tolerance policy for gossip, negativity, complaining, whining, excuses, drama, etc. Period. Let people know you for your success story, not your sad story. One of my favorite quotes is, I should know it because it's my favorite quote. It's basically the worst party that you can ever go to is a pity party. And, I know it's really tempting if you've had like a bad party, or if, you had a team member who joined and quit, or if you're feeling just discouraged all in all about your Mary Kay business. I know, especially with how close our group is, it's really, really tempting to, kind of vent about that. But it's just not something, it's just not how we roll. My rule of thumb that I try to use in our unit, especially when I'm around you guys, is if it's coming out of my mouth and it's not positive, then it's negative. Is it something? What I'm saying, is it helpful? What I'm saying, is it necessary? What I'm saying, is it true? And remember that, even though you might be going through a rough time in your business, there might be somebody else in the room who's having a really, really great week, and it kind of just like dampens her spirits, especially if the next week she was to have a bad party, she would think, oh, well, Chelsea's been having a rough time, been having really bad parties too. I wonder if it's just something that, it's something that we're not being taught correctly, or it's something that, that we shouldn't be doing. It just makes your mind just totally like overthink. So we have like, this is something that's really, really important for me and for even for you guys, is to just totally eliminate the negativity 100%. And I have to work on it too. Everybody has a little bit of it in their lives, and I get that. But it's something I really want to focus on. Just if it's not positive, it's negative. And if you're going through a rough time, or if you've had a bad party, be just very cautious about who you talk about it too. And if you absolutely need to talk to someone about it, please reach out to me. I'm your director. That is what I'm here for. But what I will say, when you reach out to your director, make sure that you're reaching out to her, telling her the problem in a way that you're looking for a solution. Not telling her the problem just to be venting. Venting actually does not help anything, contrary to popular belief. Venting really just kind of like puts a Band-Aid on a wound, and it never really actually fixes anything. So I really want us to focus more on finding solutions instead of just talking about a problem. So that's something I really want to focus on. Okay, so next one. When I am moved to praise, I will shout from the roofs. So this is about really just being excited for people. I know sometimes especially if you're having a bad month, that it's really hard to get excited for other people, but we really need to make sure that we are going out of our way, even if it's as much as just like posting a congratulations on Facebook. Like, we really need to be going out of our way to praise people whenever they're doing really well, because there will be a time when you're going to be up top too, and we expect everyone to do the same for each other. Having a child is surely the most beautiful, irrational act that two people in love can commit. We love the little ones, but Mary Kay is not an appropriate place for children. Make sure your guests know this. It's better that she doesn't come at all than bring the babies because of the distraction it can cause for others. Our goal is to create a fun, stress-free, pampering environment for women. They say at your parties, for every child that is there, that you lose $100. So it's really, really, really important to coach your guests that children are just, we love our babies, but children are just not an appropriate place for Mary Kay events. There are some things especially because I have children and I know how that is, like some unit girls night out events, I'll say like bring the kids, but sometimes we just want that like fun, stress-free environment where we can just kind of like relax and be ourselves. So okay, fortunate favors the prepared mind. Come with all the products and supplies that you need. I'm not going to go over too much of this. You guys are actually really, really good at this one, making sure that you have all the products that you need. And usually my rule of thumb for guest events is the first time that it happens will help you with anything that you need, and then the second time you'll be expected to make sure that you have all of your supplies with you. Okay. More and more, I want consistency rather than the highs and lows. Regarding your attendance to our weekly meetings, be consistent. Consultants who attend consistently make more money and move up more quickly. Don't get into the start, stop, high, low, on, off roller coaster cycle. Just be consistent and you'll see results. It's just how we roll. Thank you for being women of excellence as we build to the #1 unit in all of Mary Kay. That's something that I personally felt as a consultant. Whenever I wasn't going to my weekly meetings, my head was just not in the right place. That we say that you become like the 5 people that you spend the majority of your time around. So even if you miss 1 week of meetings, it really is going to drastically affect you. I haven't been around you guys in a couple weeks, and now we had to cancel this week. And I can already tell that I'm just really needing to be around that positivity, because I've kind of been grumpy really for the past couple days, and whenever I leave those Mary Kay meetings, I feel like I am in a great mood and I am ready to go. If for some reason you do need to miss a meeting, one thing that I will encourage you to do, and even if even outside of the meetings, even if you are going to the meetings every week, having some kind of audio, like inspirational, just some kind of inspiration that you could be listening to. I have a lot of the Pam Shaw recordings, if you guys want any of those. I have a lot of the recordings. Linda Tupin, I have a couple Jatney Galfius ones. If you guys need anything to listen to, let me know, and I will get those recorded for you so that you have something in your car to listen to as well. Okay, it's just how we roll. All right, next page are affirmation ideas, and I really would love everyone to go through these and highlight the ones that you feel appeal to you, and then just kind of just continue to write on it. Just continue to write some affirmations. I think it's really, really important to affirm ourselves all the time. All the time. It's really easy to get caught up on a negative thought, and if you let negative thoughts fill your mind, you're going to actually believe them. And sometimes if you believe them, like, they actually do start coming true, like being true. You know, if you tell yourself, you know, nobody wants to join my team, and you just keep telling yourself, then when you're going to parties, you have that negative type of attitude, and then nobody really does want to join your team. So having positive affirmations that you can affirm yourself to and reject those negative thoughts. So, for instance, let's see here. Here would be a thought. All of my friends think that Mary Kay is stupid. That would be a negative thought in your head. This is what I would reject that thought with. My family loves that I do Mary Kay. So my friends don't like it, but my family loves that I do Mary Kay. Let's see, another one. Another one would be, I haven't had a lot of parties this month. And then a thought would be, I'd love to hold Mary Kay parties. I need to go out there and I need to go out and just do some more because I love holding parties. So having these affirmation ideas, it's really going to help also with that, not the negative thinking, the gossip, just anything negative that you have going on. Having these posted somewhere, I know we have a couple girls in our unit that I did like a challenge with them. They have them posted on their desk cubicle or right next to their bed. So I would say at least pick like 5 solid affirmations. I don't know if you can see my wall. I've got some up on my, oh, it's up there. Never mind. I got some up on my wall, just somewhere where you see them every day and read them and believe them, because what you think about comes about. And so having those affirmations that you can look at and that you can see every day is so, so important. So I gave you guys some ideas with affirmation ideas. Okay, next page. The next page, I get a lot of people, especially new consultants, asking like, basically the different career path and what you can make. You guys can kind of flip through that. And then also maybe just like set your goals and figure out where you want to be by when. You know, I would recommend like going underneath each career path and putting the date by which you want to be on that level. So that's the career path. So you guys have that on hand. Okay, now we get to talk about some fun stuff. So, well, I'm on the page for new consultant prizes. But what I wanted to tell you guys is I went through a period of time where I got down on myself on how I worked with new consultants. And I've noticed that in our unit, we have a tendency for our new consultants to either come in qualified and really, really work, or if they don't come in qualified, then they don't work at all. Like, we don't get anybody who just places 225 active orders and then like actually works. It's either they come in qualified and they work, or they don't come in qualified and they don't work at all. And I really want to just like put an end to that. And so I decided personally that I want to work better with new consultants. And the way that I feel is the best way to do that is to get wins right off the bat. And that's actually another way that I really wanted to tell you guys that I really want to work with you guys. I want to help you guys get wins right off the bat. Like, I feel like a lot of the reason why our unit hasn't been moving that much is because even we're not really even getting like little wins, and I am going to blame that on myself because I don't have a system for little win recognition. But we're going to change that. And I want to give you guys the opportunity this month for everybody to win. So I came up with some new consultant prizes. And before I talk about the prizes, I want to tell you, I also came up with a new consultant checklist. And anytime you recruit a new consultant, I am going to send you a new consultant checklist. And I have a checklist for myself, and I have a checklist for you. And the checklist for you is going to go over everything that you need to be doing with your new consultants. So you are working with them. And then I have a checklist for everything that I need to be doing with your new consultants to work with them to really get these new consultants moving. So my goal for all new consultants is within their first month to at least promote themselves to senior consultant. And the way that we're going to do that is career surveys. So for the month of December, we're really going to focus a ton on career surveys. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that why. But these are my new consultant prizes. And for this month only, I am going to let all consultants have the opportunity to win this. So even if you're a seasoned consultant, even if you've been in for 6 months, I'm going to give you the opportunity to win these prizes. So that way it's fair for everyone. Also, prior to this, I know there's a couple of you who earned some of the old prizes that we had, but never turned into me what you earned. And so I didn't order, I've gotten kind of backed up. I have not ordered all of those prizes yet. So if you have earned a prize, go back through and look at our old new consultant prizes. And if you've earned any of those prizes, please, 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 please personal message me and let me know so that I can order those prizes for you and present them at a Thursday Night Live. Okay, so we're really going to focus on new consultants with the pearls of sharing so that they can get some career surveys under the way so they can get their first new team member. So complete 3 career surveys in your first month, pearls of sharing earrings, 6 career surveys, pearls of sharing bracelet, 9 career surveys, pearls of sharing necklace. If you guys do this month, you earn that too. And all of you will be doing this because we have another really fun promotion that I'm going to tell you about in a second, and all of you guys will be doing at least 9. Okay, and then we're going to be doing the charm bracelet still. Was the first prize that they can earn for the training classes, color confident, blah, blah, blah. That is the only one. Yeah, that is the only one that seasoned consultants will not be able to earn this month. Okay, then we have the Perfect Start Charm, complete a perfect 4 in your first full month. We have the Power Start Charm, complete the perfect 8 in your first full month. And then now we're going to be doing the Money Bag if you have 10 or more women at your debut party is what we're going to do. So all these prizes you guys can earn this month as well, but this is what we're really going to promote to new consultants so that we don't have new consultants come in that just kind of sit around and don't do anything. And then also, I don't want new consultants. I've heard new consultants say before that they feel like everything was just kind of like dragged out and they kind of lost their excitement. So these prizes you have to finish within your first month, and we're really going to promote these to our consultants so that your new team members, or if you're a new consultant, that you're really going to be like winning right away. You're going to be making money, holding parties, recruiting team members. That's what we're going to focus on. Okay, so those are the new consultant prizes. Oh, with that being said, I wanted to tell you guys, when you turn in your weekly numbers, if you finish any kind of prize at any given point in time, if I'm running a promotion or for this month, if it's these prizes, make sure that when you're turning in your weekly numbers that you put which prizes that you've earned that month. So that way I know so I can be on top of it. If that makes sense. Let me know if I'm clear on that. Turn in your prizes every week with your weekly numbers. Okay, cool. All right, next couple pages. People have asked me about the Perfect 12 program. They want a sheet for it. Here it is. There's your Perfect 12 sheet. You guys can read through that, how you can win, some fun stuff with Leah that you can earn for finishing the Perfect program. Then we have a party time program, and this is something that we did in Katie's unit, and I don't really know why I steered away from it, but it's something that I really, really want to focus on. And Katie's unit, it was book 10 by the 5th. And that's actually, I kind of want to go over this really quick, guys. One thing that I see is a big mistake for all consultants and directors is waiting to get all of your appointments on your date book for the last 2 weeks of the month. Like just kind of like hanging out the first month, hanging out the first week, hanging out the second week, and then the third week and the fourth week having your appointments. And then you're like really struggling because you get some cancellations because half of what you book actually holds. And so I really want us to focus on getting stuff on our date book for that first week of the month and that second week of the month. So Leah actually recognizes, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, and she recognizes party time achievers, and this is what we call that. And so I am going to challenge each of you to really work on this, and we're actually going to submit our numbers for this on the 5th, just like we do our monthly numbers. So you'll submit, this is something new, so we'll submit our party time numbers for the month, that month, and then our monthly numbers on the 5th as well. So let me see if that makes sense. So like in 4 days on the 5th, you'll submit your party time numbers for this month. And then on the 5th, here in 4 days, you will submit your monthly numbers for the month of November. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Okay, so let me go over what this program is. You are going to work on bookings either at the end of the previous month or the beginning of the new month. So really, the goal is for you to not have to sit down and do bubble sheets. The goal is for you to have this actually done before you, so that you don't even have to work on bookings. Because that way, you've done, I'm trying to think, sometimes my mind just gets so off track. I just literally just saw something run outside and I got all off track. Rewind, Chelsea. If you're playing the Deal or No Deal game, then you should have your month booked up and not have to work on bookings. So this could be something that you would already have done, and you wouldn't even have to worry about it. But if you do have to work on bookings, the goal is for you to work on bookings before the 5th of the month and have your month booked up before the 5th of the month. Okay, so the party time programs, the party time 12 is for you to say that you have 12 bookings on your date book by the 5th of the month. So you've got your date book at least with 12 bookings on it. Okay, and then you'll also submit your numbers on the 15th of the month to say that you have another 12 bookings. Okay, so that would be for, say that you work on your bookings and you have 12 bookings on your entire date book, okay, by the 5th of the month. Okay? So you hold some of those, blah, blah, blah. Well, throughout that period of time, you should be obtaining new bookings as well, either working on bubble sheets or getting bookings from bookings at your parties. So by the 15th, you should still have 12 bookings on your date book. It just might be going into a little bit into the next month, into the next 30 days. So you'll submit your numbers on the 5th and the 15th. Also, there's a party time 8, and that would be you would submit 8 by the 5th and then 8 by the 15th. Does that make sense? Well, I guess I can't ask you guys that because this is a recording. Chelsea's crazy. But this is what I feel like you guys are probably going to have the most questions on. So whatever questions you have on them, please, 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 please write it down. Or if you need me to go over it again, let me know. But on the 5th of this month, in order to be recognized for this by Leah in our newsletter and be recognized for this by me, then you have to have at least 8 bookings on your date book by the 5th. If you want to be an overachiever, go for the 12. My personal goal is to have 10 by the 5th. I think that the minimum you should have on your date book ever at any given point in the time, honestly, is book 10 by the 5th. Okay, and then you can track it, and then it actually goes through here. Oh, you can't really see it. Oh, you can't see what it says. Okay, but I'll tell you guys what it says because it's so hard to see. The first one says 24-hour confirmation. The second one says pre-profile, and the third one says guest list. So it's just making sure that you're obtaining all of this stuff, and you can track it. Okay, cool. All right, hopefully I went through everything there. Okay, this is what I'm the most excited to talk about. So your next page should say December Career Survey Goal, and I'm going to talk about this a ton because I have a huge goal this month. We have a lot of consultants who are really, really working their business. And I really, really, really want to see people take some promotions. One thing you guys will learn about me, a lot of people, and everybody's functioned differently, but everybody's wired differently. A lot of people are money motivated. A lot of people are prize motivated. I am the most motivated when I see my team winning. Like, I would rather, like, in all seriousness, I would be happier if all of you guys earned a pink Cadillac than if I earned a pink Cadillac. Like, I promise that's true, just because I just get really excited, like, seeing my people win. So, with that being said, I wanted to run some kind of career survey goal in our unit, because I've noticed that our recruiting has decreased and decreased and decreased and decreased. And going back and looking at my career survey book, I saw the month of December we had around, or I'm sorry, the month of September we did around, it was a lot because we ran that career survey challenge. We did around, I think, maybe like 60 career surveys that month. And then the month of October we did, I think, 30. And then the month of November, between everybody, we did 9 career surveys. That's it. And I think we all know that if we want team members, if we want to move up in the company, if we want to share this business with other women, then we have to be sharing the business opportunity. So we actually, I don't know if you guys know this as well, as a new director, we have a few different benchmarks that our unit is supposed to hit for us to be considered like on track, like a star unit, like a unit that's like really, really working and is just like really just like out there killing it, okay? The first one was on the move. We finished that. The second one is called Fabulous 50s. So by the end of the month of December, we are supposed to have 50 unit members. That is what we are supposed to be at for us to be considered on track, like on our game. We had that. A lot of our unit members fell off. A lot of our unit members went into T status. A lot of them stopped working. So we actually had, in the month of November, just as of today, we had 10 unit members fall into T status. It was a lot. So now, in order for us to hit 50 unit members and finish what's called Fabulous 50s, which we'll be recognized for, we need 26 new unit members this month. I know that's a lot. I know that's a ton. And actually, the number just yesterday was 28. So the way that I calculated this actually was thinking that we needed 28 new unit members. And I will tell you guys, that's more than we've ever done before. But with that being said, car production, when we finished car, was more than we've ever done before. When we finished directorship, which I know a lot of you were not with us for this, but it was more than we've ever done before. And I just really want to be known as more than we've ever done before kind of people, because that's whenever we are really, really rocking. And I know if we recruited 28 people this month, that there are a lot of you who would be taking a promotion. And that's what makes me happy, and I hope that's what makes you guys happy. So that's what I really want to focus on this month. So I broke it down. And we need to do about 140 career surveys for our average to get 28 new unit members. And I know the number is 26 now, but I've already figured it out for 28 because I didn't know 2 people were going to sign in like a day. But we need to do 140 career surveys. So I wrote down everyone who is like pretty much actively working, and I'm not even going to tell you guys who that is, because I just want everybody to participate. And that is about 20 career surveys per person. And I really want us to do this as a team and as a unit. Like, I want us to totally do this as a team. So, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to challenge everyone to get 20 career surveys for the month of December. So, I broke it down for you here. And once you finish 3, you get those Pearls of Sharing earrings. Once you finish 6, you get the Pearls of Sharing bracelet. Once you finish 9, you get the Pearls of Sharing necklace. And then when you finish your 20, you earn a wine and dine movie night from Chelsea. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to my house, and I'm going to cook you a really nice fancy dinner, and I'm going to provide wine, and then we're going to have like a fun chick flick girls night. And it's going to be really nice and fun, and my husband and kids will be gone. It'll just be like a girls' night. It'll be like a sleepover slumber party type. You guys will probably, since you all have kids, you probably won't stay the night, but it'll still be really nice. And I'll cook something I'm thinking maybe like Italian, or I'll figure out whatever it is that you guys like. But I'm actually a really good cook, so it'll be your guys' treat. So that's what you can get from me from doing the 20 career surveys. Also, if you're doing 20 career surveys, you can expect at least probably about 4 new team members if you're doing 20 career surveys. And keep in mind that we have Choices event coming up this month. And if you want to recruit 4 people on the spot, get them to the Choices event. But also remember that guest events, so when we have our Christmas sweater party, and then also the Choices event on December 15th, any company events where the business opportunity is being shared, those count as career surveys. I haven't come up with a really cool, creative way for us to do career surveys yet, but I know the Halloween basket thing worked great, and we actually we recruited a lot of new people in our unit whenever we did that. So maybe coming up with something fun like that. If anybody has any like really fun creative ideas to try to obtain career surveys, let me know. But the number one way that you're going to do that is at your parties, asking people to do career surveys. And remember that if you're not sharing the business with people, in a way you're being selfish. And remember what Mary Kay has done for your life. So why wouldn't you want that for other people? And my goal is to have our unit meetings. Right now we have about 7 or 8 who are consistently coming to our unit meetings. I want to get that number to like 30 ASAP. But with that being said, I'll settle at 20. If we can like a little over double who's coming to our unit meetings by the beginning of next month, that'll be like well over our goal. So our goal is to recruit 26 people. So here's what's really fun about this. This is why when I say I want us to work as a team, it's another promotion that I'm going to be doing for this. If we hit our 26 people, if and only if we hit it, we are going to go shopping next month. You're going to earn shopping with me. And for every person that you recruited, you will get $10 spending cash from me. So if you recruit 5 people, then you get $50 from me, okay? But there is there's a little kick to it. If the person that you recruit comes in as a star, so an 1800 or higher, you will get double from me, so you'll get 20. So if you recruit 5-star consultants, you get $100 from me to spend while we go shopping, just from me, whatever you want to spend it on. So with that being said, you can earn the 20 career surveys, the wine and dine night, just from completing your 20 career surveys. But if we are actually going out there and working and recruiting 26 people and finishing where we're supposed to be at and getting on track, then you will earn some spending money from me. And the beauty of that is everybody has to be working, because it only works if we recruit all those people. So that's the goal. 26 people this month, 20 career surveys. My new availability would go up soon. But what I want you guys to do is I want everybody to make note to do this. Please message me this tonight or ASAP as soon as you watch this. Every day of the week, Monday through Saturday, write down for me the best times in which your career survey availability would be, so that I can try to alter my schedule, since I know we're going to have a ton of career surveys this month, so that I can try to alter my schedule to where I can be available during the times that you guys are available for career surveys. So make sure that you box me that info. Okay, that's a December goal that we're running with. All right, so and a couple of other things that I printed off for you guys. I printed off the Deal or No Deal game. This goes on the outside, so that way you guys have it. You guys don't have to use this. I don't use this. This is what Michelle Cunningham uses on the inside of her Deal or No Deal games. The reason I don't like this one is because like some of this stuff, it's like a lip jelly or a lip crayon. Like I wouldn't get excited about that, and people don't even know what that is. So I say like instead of the lip crayon, I might do like a lip liner, like so people actually like know what it is. So you can make something pretty, or I just like write them in there. So yeah, that is that for you guys. And then I included as well my Hostess packet. You guys don't have to use that one. You can use, a lot of people use the 75 for 35. This is the one that I use. I included it for you guys. Set sheets. I recommend making, I want to tell you guys another thing about set sheets. I recommend having like 10 of these laminated, so that way whenever you're closing out with a set sheet at your parties, that you have one for each person so that they can look at them, so they can have them in their hand as you're going over them. So I would recommend making copies of these. There's 2 pages, and what I do is I do like this part on the front and that part on the back, or the other part on the back. And yeah, so that's your set sheets for you. Then for my big C people, I included a tax organizer. So I'm not going to go through all of that, but it's a good way to keep track of your taxes. So then the last thing that I want you guys to do is the back page is kind of a little like filler inner for me. I'm trying to think if I explain this. I really want to start focusing more on what you guys really need and want from me as a director, and how I can work the best with you to really, really benefit each of you, because I know everybody needs to be worked with a little bit differently. And a lot of times I work in like groups, so like I'll promote a lot of things in our Voxer group, and I'll, like even right now I'm making this training video, but I really want to get better. This is like a personal goal of mine, of working with you guys individually, because I know each of you have different needs. So I want you guys to go ahead and fill this out, and I want you to go ahead and bring it to me on next Thursday, so that I have this, so I know how I can work the best with you. If you are not a person who can be at the meetings, just go ahead and take a picture, fill it out and take a picture for me and send it to me via Voxer. And then also on the bottom it says, please circle all that you consistently do for every party. This part I just ask you guys to be as honest as possible. Just be very honest with me. So that way I know how I can work the best with you. So fill that out, send it to me. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about, let me make sure I had nothing else on my agenda. Okay. Last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is for the career survey challenge that we are running. I want you to just go ahead and write down, and if you have to open up your Facebook, that's totally fine. But I want you guys to go ahead and write down at least 20 people that you would just die to have on your team, like that you feel like would just be a great team member, who you feel like has just like excellent leadership skills, who you feel like is a Susan instead of a Susie. And I want you to write 20 people down and really, really like put a lot of thought into it. And my goal is to get at least half of those people on your list to the Choices event on the 15th. If you have not heard this from me before, the Choices event is like the most magical event ever, because everybody signs, like literally everybody signs at the Choices event. So if you want a new team member, like get at least 4 or 5 people to the Choices event. And then also, if you can't get them to the Choices event, make note to do a career survey with them this month. We are going to really, really focus heavily on career surveys this month. And I wanted to tell you guys our goal for this month, because I really want to set our goals high. Our goal this month is to have 5 new red jackets, 3 new DIQs, 3 new senior consultants. And really, senior consultants, like when you hear me say senior consultants, if you're watching this video, don't consider that to be you, because the only people who I want to be senior consultants are new, brand new people who we bring into our unit this month. Like if you're listening to this, red jacket is like bare minimum. And then I want us to hit 10,000 production this month, because I know if we're hitting that high of production, that means that we are recruiting quality team members, and that our unit is really, really moving. We're going to be really, really, we're going to start doing things like a lot differently, and I really just want to focus on getting you guys pumped and excited. So please make sure you fill out that form in the back so that I know what will get you pumped and excited. And I think that's all that I have for you, Unchained. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. And hopefully, I I will see you guys next week. So if you have any questions, please make sure you personal message me. Love you guys.